Good afternoon from Indianapolis, and welcome to the first round of the NCAA tournament. Today, it's the 15th seeded Western Kentucky Hilltoppers from Conference USA and the second seeded Marquette Golden Eagles from the Big East. The winner here will face either Colorado or the Florida Gators. And hi everyone, Kevin Harlan with Coach Stan Van Gundy. Dan Bonner in his 38th NCAA tournament. Andy Katz is on our sideline, guys. Great to be back with you. And Dan, for the Golden Eagles, not only are they the #2 seed, but they're getting back a very important player.
Absolutely, Kevin. One of the big stories for them is Tyler Kolek is back. Kolek, one of the outstanding guards in the country, hasn't played since February 28th. He is a great passer. He is a really good shooter. He's a guy who just knows how to run a team. And Stan, he's going to have to do that today because they face a challenge.
Well, he's going to have to run. He better get his track shoes on, Dan, because Western Kentucky plays at the second fastest pace in America, and they are going to look to push the ball on makes and misses. This should be a really entertaining game.
It's going to be terrific. Moments ago, the coach of the Hilltoppers, Steve Lutz, to his team in their locker room.
Everyone is here that is really, really good. Today you have a chance to go prove to everybody how freaking good you guys are and go kick their tail. Let's go.
Here are the lineups today. McHenry is a player to watch. First team all-conference. Cam Jones for the Golden Eagles, coming off a terrific Big East tournament, over 18 points a game. And the head coach, Shaka Smart, third year with the Golden Eagles, and Stan his third straight NCAA tournament. And for more, let's welcome in the fourth member of our crew, the terrific Andy Katz.
Well, the great news for Marquette in this tournament is that Tyler Kolek is back. He had an oblique injury that was on his left side, he showed me, sort of like a baseball injury. He did not play any one-on-one until Saturday, the Big East tournament. Worked with the athletic trainer, Kenny Wilka, to try to get ready. He could have played, but as we know, everything is about March Madness. After their early exit in the second round last year, Shaka Smart said during his absence, they were able to get these other guys involved, but they got Tyler Kolek back. He is arguably maybe the best point guard in the country, and he's playing right here in Indy.
He's wonderful. Stan, do you see any issues at all in reincorporating him after being gone for 6 games?
I don't, guys, because this team's been together for a couple of years. They know their style. He'll get back into this very, very quickly. Plus, they had practice time.
We've got some terrific officials today. John Gaffney in his 15th NCAA tournament. Michael Greenstein in his 16th, and Alfred Smith in his 3rd. James Hicks, the standby, and away we go. And inside already, some defense from Marquette.
Well, Western Kentucky does a pretty good job on the offensive boards. They had some opportunities, but as you say, Marquette is very good defensive and nice size.
Kolek, and here comes Mitchell inside. Got his own miss.
That's not normally a Marquette strength on the glass, but their offense, quick decisions, the ball's always moving. A tough challenge for Western Kentucky defensively.
And the players are always moving, so it makes it hard to block them out.
Constant movement. Marshall will take it in, and he finds Faye for 2.
Well, that's how Western Kentucky plays. Everything is going to go to the basket.
And it's going to go there quickly, as you mentioned, Stan. I don't think we'll have to worry about the shot clock today.
It's a 3. Jones can't get it. The other way, they bring Marshall cross-court to Lander. In the corner, it goes to Newman. And outside, Marshall, 3.
Well, Marshall certainly capable of making that shot, around 35% from 3.
But that's not what they do. They only get 25% of their points from beyond the arc.
Jones, a 3. With a rebound, lassoed inside by Faye.
Well, Jones already taken a couple. He's their most frequent three-point shooter.
Lander was driving in to Iguodaro. Out of bounds it goes, and off the Golden Eagles.
That's a nice dish there to Faye inside. But you see the drive-and kick game, the drive-and dish game. This is how Western Kentucky plays in the half court.
Western Kentucky in red, their first NCAA tournament appearance in 11 seasons. Fay inside, quickly double. On the wing, Lander with a three. Iguodaro grabs the rebound. One of the best rebounders in the conference. Kolek the other way. By Lander. He finds Mitchell. Triple. Iguodaro's got the rebound. Kolek outside. His three.
And that's the way Marquette plays. They like to get up the court quickly, spread you out, and shoot the three.
Yeah, and they love the Kolek-Iguodaro pick and rolls.
Christian Lander. Brandon Newman. He'll drive hard. Kolek will defend. Kolek's got the ball. Big East first team driving into Lander with a shove and a Western Kentucky foul.
You cannot let Kolek get him go to his left hand. You've at least got to get him to his right. But that's a great offensive rebound. And Dan, we know offensive rebounds often create open three-point shots.
And if you're Western Kentucky, your defensive rebounding is one of your strengths. And Marquette, as you mentioned, they're not a great offensive rebounding team, so you got to get that cleaned up right away if you're the Hilltop.
Iguodaro moves it on Fay. Kolek will find a lot of congestion, and Iguodaro is underneath. With a travel and a turnover for the Golden Eagles.
When Marquette has had problems this year, and they haven't had many of them, they've had a great year, they sometimes struggle executing in the half court.
And here you see Marquette going to that 1-2-2 three-quarter court press. Shaka Smart will mix up his defenses to keep offenses off balance.
Tegan Moore in, could not get it. And the Warriors the other way. David Joplin out to Kolek for three.
I don't think that oblique is bothering him, at least early in the game.
Not at all. And I like him shooting more threes. He's a very good three-point shooter. I don't think he shoots the ball enough.
There is a foul on top, and it goes on the big man, Fay, who picks up his first.
Now, the interesting thing about this is a transition basket. It goes to one corner, then all the way around, and finds the wide open player, who in this case is Kolek. And if he's going to have that much time to load up, he's going to make just about all of them.
Well, he will, but look, that's what happens when you move the ball, and as you said, Dan, they move players around. Very tough to defend with that ball and player movement. Nobody makes quicker decisions than this Marquette team.
Fay checks out. Rodney Howard just checked in. Howard deflected that pass. Streaming the other way. Howard is inside. What a feed coming from Tyrone Marshall.
Howard's a good inside scorer and gets down the floor very well for a big guy.
Marquette's got to be careful. They can't be turning it over, not against this team.
Oh, and they turn it over fewer than 10 times a game. Normally, I mean, they're one of the best in the country taking care of the ball.
Kolek chiseling his way in the corner. The triple won't go. The rebound is tucked in by Joplin outside. Kolek missing that third three. He had hit the first two. And the other way, they send their offense with more. And now Marshall, through traffic, into the hole, and knocked away, and a foul called inside.
Well, Marshall is a very aggressive offensive player.
Just underway, the 2 against the 15. The Golden Eagles, the Hilltoppers.
Can we come together? Can we come together?
New Balance, we got now.
Just underway here in Indianapolis. Each team is led by 3. Couch or courtside, refresh your fandom with the delicious Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try and decide. One of the best guards ever for Marquette, Tyler Kolek. He has been terrific in every way to start this and throughout the season.
You can see they're 3-3 without him. Now, in their defense, 2 of those 6 games were against UConn, and so that's not an easy task, but Kolek clearly very important to this team, and he's gotten off to a really nice start.
Stan Kolek was last year's Big East Player of the Year, and he was right in that running again this year.
Yeah, and if not for the injury, who knows, he might have been there. They won 11 of their last 12 games with him. The only loss with him in that stretch was at UConn, where they got blown out, but they finished very, very strong with him. And this is a team, Dan, to me, that is capable of making a deep run and being in the Final Four.
Well, without any question, because they shoot the ball well, they really keep pressure on you defensively, and they keep pressure on you offensively by pushing the ball right at you.
And remember, with Kentucky losing, the South is wide open. Here go the Golden Eagles. Kolek on top. Lander will pick him up defensively, and he scoops it home.
You cannot let Kolek get to his left hand. It's not that he can't go right, but he is much, much better to his left hand.
Averages 15 a game. He's already got 8. Marshall's on top. Julian Chase Ross for Marquette. Out of bounds. It's off of Marquette. It's Western Kentucky's ball.
Stan, this is what you're talking about. Kolek, once he gets rolling with that left hand, he is very difficult to stop. But they move the ball so effectively. Look at the way he puts that ball way, way out there. It's almost on his fingertips. With the way they move the ball, it's hard to get in front of anybody.
It sure is.
Howard sets a screen. The 3 from Lander as a stray, and Kolek the other way. Cam Jones.
There's nobody in the lane.
Driving to the rack. Missing it inside. Rebound by Marshall. Here come the Hilltoppers. Nice pass. Howard in stride. Kept his balance. Traveled.
Well, but Howard ran the floor very, very well, and that's what Western Kentucky is going to try to do, is get up and down the floor as much as they can. That pass just a little behind him.
Dan, Western Kentucky is averaging the most points offensively in 31 years.
Well, they can put points on the board. Now, Howard ran the court very well, but you can't throw a big guy a bounce pass in that situation. He's never going to catch it.
Iguodaro. Howard is on him. Kolek is on top. Played 1 year away at George Mason. Now a Marquette player. Mitchell inside. Drive, crash, foul.
Great job there. Attacking the closeout by Stevie Mitchell. Threat of the 3, gets somebody running at him hard, and gets the ball going to the basket.
And that's trying to draw that charge is almost impossible in today's college basketball world. They changed that rule. You're much better going straight up in the air trying to block the shot.
Tegan Moore pick up the foul. Here is Mitchell at the line, 77%. First round coverage of the NCAA Division I Women's Championship begins today. It's over on ESPN, ESPN2, ESPNU, and ESPN News. And for more information on game times and listings, go to ncaa.com. So here is Stevie Mitchell, a starter every game last season, a former Pennsylvania High School Player of the Year.
Well, this guy is a defensive stalwart on a team where they can really put points on the board. He's got speed, he's quickness. He's what they refer to as a glue guy. He just helps hold everything together.
Yeah, one of the best defenders in the country. Usually will guard the primary ball handler on the other team.
Howard a screen, Lander down the lane.
Well, Lander, one of the Big Ten transfers for this Western Kentucky team, started his career at Indiana University.
Played a couple years for the Indiana Hoosiers. It's Mitchell wheeling down low. Lander stuck on him. Kolek is on top. True the double. It's Ross inside, slicing. Out of bounds it goes. Andy, what do you have?
And Newman. Sam mentioned Lander and Newman, 2 transfers from the Big Ten, Indiana and Purdue. And both those guys yesterday told me they transferred to Western Kentucky because they wanted to inflate their numbers, hopefully for professional basketball. We'll see if that actually pans out for them, but that was their reasoning for transferring.
Iguodaro crashing inside. And this style certainly would lend itself to building big individual numbers. Foul goes on Iguodaro.
Now, this is a situation you have to have your legal guarding position established before the offensive player who goes airborne plants his foot before he gets into the air, and that was a classic illustration of how to do that. I said it was difficult to do, but obviously not impossible.
No, and Tegan Moore gets there.
Ben Gold and Trey Norman have checked in for Marquette. Hollanday is in the game for the first time for Western Kentucky. A quick double there on Moore. Lander. He traveled.
Yeah, that's what Western Kentucky likes to do when they get in the half court. Find a mismatch and go to it, force the double team, and then they played out of it. really, really well.
Well, they did, but I thought Lander passed up that shot. You know, he did. I mean, he's a 37% three-point shooter, has an open three. I think you got to let that one go.
They just don't shoot a lot of threes, as you said. I mean, they're going to try to attack the basket as much as they can.
And the three right there, no good by Norman. So Marquette has gone 4 of 13. Western Kentucky 4 of 12 shooting overall. Gold is on Lander, who takes it inside. The ball jogged free. Kolek, and he found the open man. That was Norman with the collision inside.
Well, there's Kolek leading the break after getting in there and getting a hand on the ball to create the transition opportunity. Just a solid fundamental play here, nothing fancy. Good shot fake there by Norman. He gets himself to the line.
Trey Norman is at the line. Dan, the Golden Eagles have been ranked in the AP Top 17 all season long, and they come into this tournament number 8 in the country.
Kevin, in most of the preseason polls, if you go back and look at them, in almost all of them, Marquette was in the top 5. Remember, this is a team that won the regular season in the Big East last year and the Big East tournament last year. Everybody forgets that UConn came into the tournament as a number 4 seed, but they were so dominant. But this was the best team in the Big East last year, and they bring about everybody back.
Kolek is out, and David Joplin is back in, Stan.
Yeah, and to your point, Dan, on that, they're 3rd in the country in terms of the number of minutes they brought back. So they've got a lot of continuity. Those kind of teams usually will get even better.
McHenry is in. Holland Bain on the wing. They go to Dante Allen. Wow, turnover. Foul.
Said he hooked him on this, and a good call.
Dante Allen picks it up.
Good call.
3 straight Western Kentucky turnovers.
I mean, you know, we talked about turnovers, and each of these teams likes to get up and down, and you can't give away possessions.
Cam Jones, jab stepping. Gold on top. It's Jones wheeling in on Newman. Oh, what a play!
Well, we talk so much about Kolek and Iguodaro, who are outstanding players, Dan, but Cam Jones is their leading scorer.
And Cam Jones is a guy who can score in a lot of different ways. And here, there's no help in there because Marquette spreads the court, and they allow guys like Jones to play in the post.
FAU and Northwestern coming down to the wire. That's over on CBS from Brooklyn. It's Jones at the line. 73% free throw shooter, the leading scorer on Marquette.
Well, this is not the other problem fouls create for Western Kentucky is then they have to play half-court offense.
Yes.
Newman picked up his first for the Hilltoppers. They go inside. Howard is there. Gold defending, kicking it back out. Newman on top. He'll work on Mitchell. Double teamed inside Howard. And then cleaning it up and putting it in. Colombe, he's got his first 2.
Well, I like to go to Howard inside. He's a very good low post scorer, but Marquette is swarming him on every catch right now.
Jones into the big man. There's a travel. And a timeout. 8 minutes gone. Each team has led by 3 with 3 ties and 2 lead changes. Your computer, phone, tablet, or streaming device with NCAA March Madness Live. Download now to stay up to date on all the action. Moments ago, Andy Katz.
Well, Shaka, Tyler's first game since February 28th. You're about to put him back into the basketball game. How would you assess his performance so far?
I think he's been great. You know, just trying to get a sense for his wind out there because it's his first time back. But he's playing with really good poise. Now we need the rest of our team to match that level of poise.
Thanks, Shaka.
Thank you.
And he just put back out there Kolek. There's some full court pressure and a turnover on the inbound try. He moved.
He ran the baseline, and it was after a turnover, not after a basket. Just a mental mistake there.
And the officials usually tell the guys this is a spot throw-in. And Steve Lutz is complaining that they weren't sufficiently clear, but I doubt that.
Hey, listen, I mean, maybe the officials do it to help you. That's your responsibility as a player and as a coach even. Don't blame that one on the officials.
Kolek, Joplin, shot clock at 5. Defense by Allen, 3, good!
Well, I'll tell you, when David Joplin is knocking that down, which he's certainly more than capable of doing, Marquette becomes very, very hard to defend.
Fye down low. Knocked away, Kolek with the steal. Kolek with guys trailing, but he takes it himself. And he's got 10.
That's 6 turnovers already for Western Kentucky, and that's why Marquette doubles the post.
McHenry, the leading scorer. Rebound, Iguodaro. McHenry with his first shot of the day. Joplin 3. Newman the rebound. McHenry with the ball.
Well, another reason to double the post. Western Kentucky post guys aren't very good passers.
Boy, this defense of Marquette is tough.
It really is, and listen, that is why, Dan, that you double the post, but this is a nice step back here from Joplin, and then the steal off the post double team that Kolek takes coast to coast and lays it in the basket.
Well, Marquette not shooting the ball particularly well until those last 2 shots, and that's how you start to shoot the ball, while you knock down a tough 3, and then you get a steal.
Iguodaro is screen, Kolek will move it. Jones on the side, Newman will defend.
You've got to respect the ability of Jones to shoot the 3, and he's 6'5", 200 pounds, so when he takes it to the basket, he can really finish.
Yeah, he's one of the top 25 three-point shooters in the country, so you have to close on him, and then he beats you off the dribble.
Newman on top. Western Kentucky, 7 turnovers their last 9 trips. Marshall, 3, bucket.
Well, that's his second one. He's getting it going, but Western Kentucky did a good job there, but they don't want to be playing in the half court all night.
And they don't want to be playing from behind either. That was a big basket.
On the wing, another 3 on the Kolek feed. Missed by Joplin, retrieved by Jones. Kolek going back there with an over and back.
Well, this is good ball movement here coming from Western Kentucky. They get it out, and Marshall knocks it down. But that is Marquette's 5th turnover already, Dan. This is a team that turns it over fewer than 10 times a game.
And it's interesting with Western Kentucky, generally they're not a team that generates a lot of turnovers. They get their pace by really playing you tough one-on-one defensively and then getting back in and defending the lane.
Marshall inside, good catch and a finish. Fye gets it to go, and he's got 4.
Marshall being very aggressive and really keeping Western Kentucky's offense going.
Marquette in the tournament for the 3rd consecutive year with a great spinning move. Iguodaro puts it through, his first of the game.
Iguodaro loves that right to left spin.
Marshall and Joplin. Iguodaro down low on 5. Another breakup with another turnover. It's picked up by Mitchell. To the trailing Jones, 3.
Game break over on CBS. Brooks Barnheiser forces bonus basketball in Brooklyn. It's our first overtime session in the NCAA tournament. The Wildcats have already jumped to a lead on FAU. Back to Kevin, Dan, Stan, and Andy in Indy.
Jamie, great to hear your voice. Welcome back. You can see Chris Collins and the Big Ten Wildcats against Florida Atlantic. Here, it's Marquette and Western Kentucky. The turnovers have been a story, and we know that in turnover margin, Marquette is number 6 in college basketball, Dan.
Well, it's the story of the game so far because Marquette has been able to produce 13 points off of these turnovers. They have a 13-4 advantage, and so you don't have to look very far to see what the difference in an 8-point game might be.
Oh, absolutely, and it's those that we just showed, those live ball turnovers that kill you. You know, you get the illegal screen, you get a travel, you can still get your defense set. But when you throw it away and they've got a numbers advantage, Marquette very, very tough to stop.
Zed Lowry is checked in. He is a freshman from Springfield, Missouri for the Golden Eagles. So Western Kentucky, 9 turnovers and 7 field goals. That's their resume. Inside Lander had the ball stripped. Retrieves. And moving in Newman. Mitchell taps it off to Iguodala. Marquette started 4 of 13. They have gone 6 of 8 since.
Yeah, well, they're getting great shots. And a lot of them in transition, as Dan just talked about.
Jones down low into Lander. He'll zip by him and look to feed and crash on the floor. And that's a whistle and a foul at the 8:33 mark of the first half.
Boy, he's really a handful. I mean, he's big and he's strong. And they cut him off the first time, and then he just spun back around and went right back at it, and they couldn't stop him the second time.
Christian Lander will pick up his second personal foul with the Golden Eagles at the line. Cam Jones, only 1 of 5 from the free throw line shooting so far for Marquette.
Yeah, look, that's been a problem. But to Dan's point about Cam Jones, it all starts with shooting that draws the defense out to create driving opportunities.
Watch CBS Sports HQ for free 24/7 coverage of the big dance and all the biggest moments in sports. Catch tournament highlights, picks, previews, recaps, and much more. Download the CBS Sports app to watch today. And a free throw for Jones, who's a junior from Memphis. Division II Class A High School Player of the Year in Tennessee. Evangelical Christian School. Saved in the corner. And then taken right back to Western Kentucky.
Kevin, those free throw woes you talked about continue. 2 for 7 now at the free throw line.
And so it's their defense that has really dominated the game so far. The ability to force turnovers and score in transition. Lots of times you shoot 2 for 7 from the free throw line, you could be in big trouble, but not so far today.
Lowry picks up the foul for Shaka Smart's team. 6 years at Texas, 6 years at VCU, all before he became the Marquette coach, now in his 3rd season.
And Marquette goes back to that zone on sideline out of bounds. We said it earlier, Shaka Smart will mix up his defenses to create problems, and then they go from the zone to man as the clock starts going down.
Saved in the corner. Shot clock at 2. They go inside. Edlin gets it to go.
Edlin doesn't shoot the ball very much or very well. He came in shooting 25% on the year and 9% from 3.
Jones will spin. Edlin will pick up the foul. Marquette on top, under 8 to go in the first half in Indianapolis on TBS.
Sidekick at Subway today.
Back in Indianapolis, let's take a look at advanced stats presented by Invesco QQQ. Points off turnovers, big. A big reason why Marquette does what they do so well. And moments ago, Andy Katz caught up with Steve Lutz, the coach of Western Kentucky.
Well, Steve, it's clear that turnovers and points off turnovers have been the difference here. How do you stress that in that huddle to cut that off?
It's the same way we stressed it before the game, Andy. Obviously, we talked about having to take care of the basketball and not giving live ball turnovers. I mean, they've turned it into probably 12 to 15 points. And between that and the offensive rebounding, it's just hard to overcome that. So we've got to be stronger with the basketball. And at the end of the day, we've just got to fight a little harder and scrap a little harder and take care of the ball. There's not much coaching to that.
Thanks, Steve.
Yeah, no problem.
Coach Lutz in his first year from Texas A&M Corpus Christi. He was there 2 years, and he has won an average of 23 games the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, he took Texas A&M Corpus Christi to the NCAA tournament twice there. Dan, this guy's had to win. He's been in 1 bid conferences, and he's won 3 straight conference tournaments now as a coach.
Well, and you start your career that way. You think going to the NCAA tournament is something you do every year anyway.
Yeah, he puts it on the schedule now every year. NCAA tournament.
So the foul went on Jack Edlin, and Edlin picks up his first. At the line, Cam Jones. He was the number 7 scorer in the Big East.
That's the first time today that Marquette's gone to the line, I think, and made both of them.
Allen, 3 for the Hilltoppers.
Well, he's their shooter. He's the one guy who is more shooter than attacker. They love to get him shots. That's about as open a look as you can get.
He played 3 years at Kentucky, transferring in, tie up, defense, Western Kentucky.
See, I mean, Coach Lutz said they've got to fight a little harder. I think they're fighting fine, Dan. I really do. The problem is the turnovers. If they can take care of the ball, they're going to have a chance to compete.
Oh, I agree with you, and I think this last 7.5 minutes is very important. They got to do everything they can to hang into this game, because if they keep turning it over, Marquette is a team that's capable of scoring points in bunches.
Iguodaro just off the bench. Joplin's got the ball. Down low, they've got Gold. Size advantage there on McHenry. Working out Joplin across the lane. Shot clock is down to 7. Through traffic, Iguodaro. Leaping, rebound inside, Tyrone Marshall. It's McHenry the other way. Edlin. Approaching 7 to go. It's a 3. Right down it goes. Dante Allen.
Well, he's their
2
guy.
threes.
Yeah, he's their guy to shoot threes. Most of these guys under 40%. He shoots it at 40%.
Gold was Gold on that shot. A 3.
And Stan, he can really shoot it too. And this is a big lineup that Marquette has out there on the court with Joplin and Iguodaro and Gold all at the same time.
Gold is from New Zealand. Marshall with a triple. Another one! 3 in a row. He's got 10.
Well, and that's 3 threes for Marshall, who came into the game shooting 35% from 3.
Edlin got in the way of Kolek, and Edlin's going to pick up the foul.
What?
His second.
Well, we know threes are the great equalizer in basketball, and as you said, Kevin, they've knocked down 3 in a row. That's Marshall's 3rd one of the night.
And it's interesting because Joplin was a little slow going out there, but you can understand that because so far they've been trying to drive the ball to the basket.
Well, and this is not Western Kentucky's strength, but they're knocking them down today.
Oh, rejected inside. Nice knock away by Marshall. On the miss, free throw by Kolek. Here comes McHenry down the lane, a floater on the fly. Iguodaro's got the rebound. He's got 6.
That's only McHenry's 2nd shot attempt.
Yeah, and he's a Milwaukee native, so it's got to be fun for him playing Marquette.
Joplin, corner 3. And picked up on the play by Howard. Edlin the other way, through traffic. Out to Marshall. Hot hand right now, and Iguodaro goes on him quickly. Rodney Howard. Tyrone Marshall 3. And the rebound by Gold.
And that's his first miss from 3, and that one was right on line.
Here comes Kolek, who is the #1 assist man in all of college basketball. Into the paint. Iguodaro there. Knocked away from behind. Nice defense by Marshall. McHenry the other way. And here come the Hilltoppers running. Oh, and climbing and flying. Up he goes. And a nice play there. Chase Ross. He flew right over my head.
And that's hard to do. That's a big head.
This is a big leap. Airborne. Flight 2 cleared.
See, Dan, when I played, I would have just run into the table and gotten hurt. I didn't have the athleticism to even attempt that.
Edlin on top, and he picks up the defense of Jones.
It's always a little bit of a surprise when those guys come flying at you.
Ah, but it's fun. Marshall will fly inside. Tip in his miss.
Well, Marshall has been the star for Western Kentucky in the first half. Came in averaging just a little over 8 points a game. He's got 12 already.
It's Gold across the lane. Kolek on the wing. Met by 3. Gold 3. No. Rebound retrieved by Don McHenry. Off to the races. A chance for the lead here. They've led earlier by 3. Marquette is led by as many as 9. 4.5 to go. Crossover. McHenry, the lead. Timeout.
We are 30 seconds away over on CBS from Northwestern, remaining undefeated in the round of 64. Took an extra 5 minutes, though. That's Ryan Langborg delivering 12 of Northwestern's 16 overtime points, Kevin.
Good stuff, Jamie. We thank you very much. The winner there takes on UConn Stetson, the winner of that game. So here, Western Kentucky's on a 13-3 run. They've scored, Stan, on 6 of their last 8 tries.
Well, what they've shown, Dan and Kevin, is when they take care of the ball, they've been able to get good shots. It's just a matter of taking care of the ball.
You're right. They had those 9 turnovers. They haven't had one in the last 4 minutes.
That's how you go on a run.
Andy, what is Shaka Smart telling his Golden Eagles?
He told them defensively, we've got 3 fouls to give, so continue to be aggressive.
On top it goes to Iguodaro. Phi is on him defensively. Approaching 4 to play in the first half. Kolek, Edelin defending, pick and roll outside. It'll be a Ross 3. With a foul inside.
Well, Western Kentucky has done a good job shutting down the paint. 16 of Marquette's 28 shots are from 3. They're not shooting them well. That's why the offense is struggling. That and the fact that they've got 7 turnovers in this game.
Mitchell just picked up his first 4 of the Golden Eagles.
And that's what we said. That's one of Western Kentucky's great strengths. You get past them, but they really cut you off in the lane. So they cut off the lane. They force you into shooting those 3.
Marshall into Ross.
Well, Marshall has been fabulous. 14 points for him already.
Marquette has missed 5 in a row. Kolek through traffic. Mitchell on top. Down low, Kolek.
And I like that for Marquette. I think they've got to stay with that ball movement and look to get the ball inside a little bit more.
McHenry is working on Mitchell. Approaching 3 to play. Western Kentucky shooting 48% from the floor. McHenry into Mitchell. Rebound McHenry. His first 2.
That's more typical Western Kentucky basketball, though. Attack, attack, attack.
It's Kolek into Phi. Outside to Ross. Phi knocked it away. Phi's got the steal.
Another Marquette turnover.
McHenry, the hesitation and the drive. Phi had it, lost it. Down goes Ross. Phi's got the ball. Kicks it out, Edelin. And on top to Marshall. Knocked away by Ross. And re-stolen, taken by Allen. Wide open Marshall, 3.
Well, we know that the NCAA tournament creates a lot of unlikely heroes, Kevin and Dan. And right now, Tyrone Marshall has already doubled his scoring average for the year. Average is 8.4 coming in. He's got 17 in the first 18 minutes of this game.
Now, Stan, you're going to laugh at me when I tell you this because Marshall's played very well. Allen hit those 3s. But this turnaround for Western Kentucky started when Edelin came in the game. And Edelin, I mean, he hadn't scored any points, but he's going out of the game now. He's sort of steadied things down.
He did, and that's what he does. I mean, he doesn't look to do a lot offensively, though I think he did have 1 bucket tonight on his only shot, but he does run their offense.
And Edelin is a freshman from Louisville. There's a turnover for Marquette. Colombe the other way. Knocked away. Gold. Whistle. Foul.
We have 19 turnovers in the first half, and that's Marquette's 9th. And as we said, on the year, they average fewer than 10 turnovers a game.
Gold picked up the foul here.
Well, Iguodaro just, I think he misjudged the pass. It's like an outfielder misjudging a fly ball. If he just takes a step back, he gets that, and Colombe can't get to it.
Colombe at the line right now. It is a 66% free throw shooter up there, and coming up on the AT&T at the half, we'll give you the scores and highlights and all the latest NCAA tournament news. All coming up on AT&T at the half.
Well, Dan and Kevin, I'm the master of absolutely irrelevant things, but I don't think I've ever seen more left-handed players in a game. 22-5, Western Kentucky run.
Right after we talked about how Marquette was capable of putting up points in a hurry, well, now Western Kentucky put up points in a hurry.
Biggest lead this afternoon. Kolek will take it. Gold is open. It's a 3. Rebound inside. Rodney Howard. He's got 5. McHenry.
Mismatch inside. Mitchell going against Howard.
Marshall. He goes down low to Howard.
That's right where he wants to get to. The double team came from the baseline side that time, but he turned middle to that left shoulder.
Kolek to Jones. On the wing, 3. Mitchell, no. Rebound inside. Kolek got it, vacuumed it in, and fouled as he was going up.
Well, you know, yesterday, Dan, when we were here, we were talking to Matt Painter about his upset last year, and he said upsets happen when you turn the ball over, which Marquette is doing, and when you shoot a high volume of threes at a low percentage. Marquette is 5 for 18, almost 60% of their shots from 3, and they're not making them.
Kolek will get the first, and all new Beat Bobby Flay. Thursdays, 9 o'clock on Food Network.
Well, and now that makes them 5 for 11 from the free throw line. So not only are they missing their 3-point shots, but when they have been able to get to the free throw line, they haven't been very productive.
As you said.
I mean, he's an 88% free throw shooter.
They have been to the line one time today where they've made both free throws.
Rodney Howard's got it. Gold is defending. Hand off to Colin Bay and out to Marshall. McHenry again, shot clock at 4, dancing on Mitchell, the drive, and he lost the ball on the dribble.
That's 11 turnovers for Western Kentucky.
But that turnover, it gives up an opportunity to get a basket, but it's not a transition turnover. You get to go back and set your defense.
Absolutely. And the Western Kentucky half-court defense, Dan, has been very, very good here in the first half.
Kolek into 3 defenders. Gold is in the corner.
And that's a perfect example of what that defense has been. Kolek is able to get inside. The defense collapses. There's an open 3-point shooter. He kicks it out, but they miss the shot.
Half minute to go. Colin Bay. Rodney Howard. Marshall. And they got Jones on him defensively. Howard is inside. Shot clock at 3. McHenry. Ball was deflected. Nice defense, and Jones retrieves. Gold in the corner. Makes the move. Taking it inside and across the lane.
Even though that defense is collapsing, they've got to continue to attack.
Western Kentucky goes on a 24-8 run over the last 7 minutes and 30 seconds.
What a tremendous performance. They looked like they didn't have anything, and then suddenly the ball starts going in the basket. They stop turning it over, and they reverse the flow of this game.
The 15 seed on top of the 2 by 7 at halftime. Let's swing it over to Andy Katz.
Well, Steve, what happened since I talked to you at the under 8?
Well, you played Captain Obvious, and we took care of the basketball a lot better since the under 8 timeout. Obviously, you can't get a shot on the basket if you turn the basketball over, and we've done a much better job. Obviously limiting them to 1 shot, but more importantly, getting a shot on the goal. And we've been able to convert some of those.
All right, so you're up 7. You know they're going to make a run. What must you?
Andy, come on.
Yeah, come on, you know that. Come on. What are you going to stress in the locker room?
The same. I mean, we've obviously got to take care of the basketball so that we get a shot on goal, right? And then secondly, we've got to make sure we get back in transition defense. Seems to me we've done a pretty good job contesting 3-point shots, and we've done a better job rebounding those shots. So, we've got to stick with the last 8 minutes. What was successful and what was good to us the last 8 minutes hopefully can carry us over in the next 20.
All right, thanks, Steve.
Thanks, buddy.
Steve Lutz, as we said before, in his first year, a former Purdue and Creighton assistant. This is his 3rd straight NCAA tournament. the last two at Texas A&M Corpus Christi. His first in Bowling Green, Kentucky with the Hilltoppers. We take a break and then take you to the AT&T at the half.
Sherwin-Williams. Painting questions? Ask Sherwin-Williams. Experian. Raise your credit game today. Gatorade Water. Always in motion. And by Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Welcome back to the NCAA tournament. Wendy's first half stats. There you see the numbers. With a disparity in three-point shooting that has been part of this game with Stan Van Gundy, along with Dan Bonner, Kevin Harlan. We'll check in with Andy Katz moments from now. How did Western Kentucky over the last, 7.5 minutes of the first half go on a 24-5 run?
Well, they cut their turnovers a little bit. Now they've got 11 and a half, but they cut them down a little bit, and Marquette turned the ball over and missed a lot of threes and a lot of free throws.
But also Western Kentucky had some guys step up offensively, particularly Tyrone Marshall. Now this guy, in the first half, he knocked down 4 3-point baskets. He's got 17 points, he's got 5 rebounds, he's got 5 assists, and he's got 2 blocked shots in the first half.
And the guy averages 8.4 points and 2 assists. And he did it all in 16 minutes. But that's one of the things that's great about this tournament. We constantly find these unlikely heroes.
Well, and it's fine to be a hero in the first half, but you want to be a hero in the second half.
Fye down low. Iguodala's got him. Joplin comes over. With plenty of time to operate right here. Lander goes in the corner. McHenry back to on top to Marshall. Hot hand from 3 inside a 2-point try. Rebound by Joplin.
And Marquette really needs to tighten up the half-court defense, and they did on that particular occasion.
Yeah, that was very good half-court defense. They've also got to tighten up their offense down here and take care of the ball and get better quality shots.
Kolek with a lot of defenders in there. Picked up by Joplin. Underneath it goes. They get the 2 and put up and in. Mitchell with 5.
And the other thing they did early in the game was get offensive rebounds, and they did on that particular occasion that led straight to a basket.
Well, drives create help. Help creates offensive rebounds.
Lander, 3.
This is a team that only scores 25% of its points from beyond the three-point line. They've already made 7 threes.
Yeah, they've got almost half their points from the three-point line.
Jones a triple.
Now, just because Marquette missed a lot of threes in the first half doesn't mean they'll do that in the second half.
No, that's exactly right. Three-point shooting tends to be very volatile.
It's out of bounds. Andy, what do you have?
Well, I'm talking to Shaka walking back onto the court. In the first 3 defensive possessions, you've seen them essentially listen to him in 2 of the 3. He told them they got to be better, one-on-one defense, and get your hand up. In 2 of the 3 possessions, they were offensively. He said Cam Jones and Tyler Kolek just have to settle down. We did see that from Cam Jones just now offensively.
Good shot right there by Brandon Newman.
Well, Newman, one of the few guys who can't get it going right now for Western Kentucky. He's 0 for 6.
Tyler Kolek, Fye is on him. Iguodala, just spun right around, what a move! Lander didn't know him and blew him by him, and he goes in, and he makes it a 3-point game.
Well, in the first half, we saw him spin baseline on the other side. This time, spinning baseline there, great dunk.
Oh, look at the defense. Tie up. Marquette's ball.
Look at this quick spin on the baseline. Not a lot of resistance there from Lander. He gets to the rim and dunks it. I like Marquette attacking the basket more, Dan. I know the threes have been open. I know they're collapsing a little bit, but I think with a little bit of patience, they can get the ball to the rim more, and I don't think there's a lot of answer from Western Kentucky where they do.
3. And the miss right there by Jones. And picked up Marshall, beating Mitchell. In the corner, that's a 3. In and out. And put back It's Western Kentucky by 5.
Well, that's not going to make Shaka Smart very happy. There were 4 white shirts there, and Phi just got the rebound against everybody.
Shoot, I'm impartial, and I'm not very happy about that one.
Jones penetrating. Kolek driving and shutting. It's a rebound by Don McHenry. Off to the races. 3-on-2 on the broken up. Marquette with the theft. Mitchell to the rack.
Well, Dan, you talked about this guy, Stevie Mitchell, in the first half. That is a great defensive play, incredible hustle in transition, a steal. Look at this, and then he's going to take it coast to coast and finish. These are the kind of plays that inspire your teammates. Everybody thinks you inspire your teammates with some great oratory. No, this is how you inspire your teammates. That's leadership right there by Stevie Mitchell.
Brandon Newman picked up the foul.
It'd be hard for him to orate out on the court there because they're running up and down.
Oh, but people talk about leadership all the time, and they want to talk about like what somebody says in the locker room. The heck with that. What do you do on the court? And he gets another one right there.
Moore lost it. Joplin. Marquette has come back to tie. A 10-2 run by the Golden Eagles. Takes more, presented by Powerade.
And we've seen a lot of more effort in this particular game. That's Chase Ross jumping across the table. Kevin, you tried to make the catch. Stan and I are ducking out of the way, but Western Kentucky with 3 turnovers during this 10-2 run. So it's almost a repeat of the start of the game when Western Kentucky turned it over and Marquette was able to get out and go.
Well, I would say this, though. Those were absolutely forced turnovers, not careless plays.
Yes.
Those were big-time plays by Stevie Mitchell. His teammates went right to him at the timeout. They realized what he was the one that had made those plays.
Andy, what did Western Kentucky talk about during that timeout?
Well, somewhat about me, because Steve Letch just pointed at me and said, hey, guys, we've got to take care of the basketball. And that guy over there said Marquette's going to go on a run.
Uh-oh. Oh, man, oh, man. They're in the line of fire. Lander works on Jones down low. Shot clock 7. Lander got his miss. McHenry will vacuum it in.
I'll tell you what, both ways, we've seen some great hustle plays already here in the second half, and that was one there by Western Kentucky.
Look at Marshall drive. Nice ball rotation. McHenry on the wing to Lander. A floater and a Joplin rebound.
Well, that's great ball movement and not a very good shot.
No, that's a very, very difficult shot.
Look at Jones. All gas, no break.
You take a tough shot, the ball goes out on a long rebound, and that's just like a turnover.
No question.
He's got 15 points. McHenry inside. Iguodaro is there. Rodney Howard. Iguodaro knocks it away with his defense. He's got his 3rd block shot for Marquette. He's a senior from Chandler, Arizona. Bleacher Report for the latest episodes of From the Point by Trae Young, featuring the Basketball Stars conversation with A-list guests like Dan Bonner and his unique perspective on stories from around the league. Download the Bleacher Report app to watch today. Our tournament summary with Kentucky losing. Dan, things have changed a little bit.
Well, they have changed a little bit. Illinois, of course, gets the big win. They trailed early. The Pac-12 doing really well in the last year, the Pac-12. And one of the teams that has won is North Carolina State. They're really hot. Remember, they had to win 5 games in a row in the ACC tournament to even get in this tournament.
No changes either way after the break. Shot clock at 8. That is a 3-no by McHenry.
And McHenry's only 2 for 8. They're starting backcourt 2 for 15. It's phenomenal that they've been able to stay in this game.
Marquette, a number 2 seed for 2 straight years. Good cut. Iguodala could not catch the pass. That means a 3-on-2. Led by McHenry. Hold on! Marshall went skyward. Could not put it in.
Well, that was a tough finish. That lob was a little low below the rim. He had to try to take it up. Not easy.
And he just laid that one in. I think he made it harder by trying to dunk it.
Kolek saves it.
Dan, if you don't dunk it, nobody gets excited.
Well, but maybe you get 2 points.
Oh, Dan, it's just not exciting.
Now that's pretty exciting right there by Joplin. And the 3 suddenly have started to go for Marquette.
Well, and a great pass. I mean, that's what Kolek does. He sets people up.
Mitchell's on McHenry.
And I got a 2-word answer for you as to why McHenry's struggling. It's Stevie Mitchell.
Tegan Moore. Fouled as he was leaning inside and on the plunge. Fouled, I think, by Kolek.
Yeah, the foul was on Kolek, and he disagrees vehemently with the call. And I'm with Tyler Kolek on this one. I think the officials have been great today. I don't think that's a foul.
So here's Tegan Moore. He is a freshman from Dry Ridge, Kentucky, Owen County High School. And during his high school career, this kid scored over 3,300 points. That is an amazing total.
Hey, Dan, I don't think if you counted all the pickup games I played, 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, that I scored over 3,000 points in my career.
Well, I think if you combined our careers, we wouldn't get to 1,500.
Yeah, that's probably true, yes.
Moore this season, a 2-time Conference USA Freshman of the Week. And drains the second.
Well, you figure a guy that scores 3,300 points can shoot free throws.
Man.
Well, he's a very aggressive guy going to the basket, as we saw right there.
Chase Lawson for Marquette. Jones with a good-looking spinner on the doorstep. 17 for Jones, who averages 17 a game, but 18 in the Big East tournament.
He's so good in those.
Oh, a throwaway by Lander.
Boy. Isn't it amazing how quickly Marquette has regained control of this game?
Well, they've only turned it over once in the half. Western Kentucky turning it over, and Marquette's defense has really picked up and been a lot better.
Which one of you guys talked about Edelin changing things in the first half? He just came back in off the Hilltoppers bench, the freshman. Joplin 3. Rebound snared in there by Moore. Here comes Edelin. Mayo High School in Louisville. Moore cutting, driving, bulldozing, traveling.
15th turnover for Western Kentucky, and they're just, the last 2 are unforced, in my opinion, by Marquette, and those you can't have right now if you're going to come back and get back in the lead in this game.
They play quickly, but they're going too fast at the moment.
Kolek in the corner. Ross feeds to Kolek on top. Iguodala. Leaping rebound inside. Colombe. Edelin. Shifting through traffic. Colombe has it over Iguodala. And the big center for Marquette grabs the ball with a foul.
What we're seeing here is Western Kentucky is getting shots close to the basket, but they're really tough contested shots. The Marquette defense doing a great job, and Howard just, he didn't really mean to do that. He shoves Iguodala out of bounds.
Western Kentucky's stand has missed 7 consecutive shots.
Right, and Marquette's doing a much better job on the glass, Dan, right now, limiting Western Kentucky to 1 shot. Well, Tyler Kolek wants to post up on Edelin.
Jones.
Well, they list Edelin at 5'10", but he looks more like a 4'10".
Okay, I'm 5'8", and I'll stand head-to-head with Edelin.
Kolek 3.
See, I don't like their last 2 shots from Marquette.
Edelin.
Those threes need to come from the inside out off penetration, not just jacking them up.
3 right in the face of Colombe, and put back up and in. Nice put back by Howard. He's got 6. Oh, look at that, over and back, and it's a inbound mistake by Marquette.
And I think Edelin's the guy who caused that.
I think he is too.
He was just hanging there. There were 3 Marquette players, and Edelin gets himself in the middle of it. Right here. Watch him come in. They didn't. I mean, they didn't know what he was doing, who he was going to cover.
That's just careless basketball, though, by Cam Jones, who's had a really good day. But you cannot afford those kind of mistakes.
Jones and Joplin check out. Ben Gold is in the game. Mitchell back in for Marquette. Inside, hard move, foul call with the drive. Dante Allen, a former Mr. Kentucky high school basketball. Foul goes on Kolek for a second time with 12:17 to play here in the second half.
Dante Allen, not usually a driver, really wants to shoot the three, but Marquette getting out.
Or maybe driving, he was going for the element of surprise.
Edlin to McHenry, the leading scorer all season long. Tried to make a move, shot clock at 7. Mitchell with the defense. McHenry will take it inside. Edlin's got the ball, retrieves it, and a new clock to work with. McHenry, 3, good! We are tied!
Well, and that's McHenry's first made 3 of the day. He's 1 for 4 now, only 3 for 11, but this one's even.
7-0 run, Hilltoppers in the corner, Ross. That by the defense down low. Iguodala is trying to get the pass. Mitchell ends up with it. Kolek with it. Shot clock at 4. Gold, 3, bullseye.
I mean, Kolek made a couple of plays in the middle of that thing that he's not going to get any credit for any assists or anything, but he kept that ball alive.
Well, and their ball movement has not been as good. They're riding him. He's having to create every shot for them right now.
Here goes Chase Ross, and he gives it off to Mitchell. Iguodala, double. Kolek free. The move on Colombe. Gold across the lane. Shot clock at 9. Kolek will make a move. It's a feed, and it's knocked away. Nice defense by Dante Allen. Edeline. Allen, long 3. Oh, my goodness, he was outside, and it's picked up by Kolek. Quick launch and a long way out.
But that's his role on this team. He's the guy to try to keep defenses honest, shooting the ball on the perimeter.
Gold. Rebound by Dante Allen. McHenry over Mitchell.
Boy, it turned into a three-point shooting contest, and it's not going well.
I don't like it for either team. Marquette still well over half their attempts from 3 right now, and they're not shooting it well.
Kolek drives on Edelin. Foul, count it.
I like that a lot more. That ball's got to get moving. Then they've got to break down defense and get to the rim. There's Kolek on the drive. A great finish. Marquette up 5.
York with a tournament update. It is a 1-point game over on TNT between UAB and San Diego State. That's Yatsel Lendeborg. He was on the bench with foul trouble, but he's putting San Diego State in.
Jamie, thank you very much. San Diego State in the Final Four out of the Mountain West a year ago. One Final Four team from last season already knocked out. FAU. 5-point Marquette lead at the half. Marquette was down by 7. How have they turned this thing around?
Well, one of the ways they've done it is defensively. They have really tightened things up. They forced Western Kentucky into some really tough shots. Western Kentucky 4 for 19 shooting the ball in the second half.
And 4 turnovers, so that defense has been great. And this is really a crucial time right now for Western Kentucky to not let this game just get away from them right here.
It's like the last 7 minutes and 31 seconds of the first half when we said this is a really important time, and Western Kentucky responded very well. Now they have to respond again.
Well, they're going to need something out of their guards. They just relied on Marshall in the first half, but those other guys have to get going.
Mitchell with the steal. Mitchell with the... Edlin took it back, and there's a whistle and a foul. That's on Edlin. Because when Edlin's been in, and you guys have talked about this, Western Kentucky plus 14 with him out. Minus 20. Edlin picks up his 3rd, and he'll leave.
I don't know on that one. That does not look like a foul to me. Great play by Stevie Mitchell again to get the ball back. His third steal of the second half, but Edlin, I think, got that one cleanly. They got a rough call there. I'm with the Western Kentucky fans on that one.
Well, the official was behind the play trying to catch up, though, and usually when you reach across the body, it's a foul.
Chaplin into Marshall. Fye tried to knock it away. Shot clock at 10. Jones with it. Fye in the way. 3. And picked up by Kolek. Cross court for Jones. Corner. Goal. Triple. No. Fye. Rebound.
Well, they're getting great looks at threes, but they're 8 for 28 now.
Marshall the fake. The drive. The up and under. What a play. He's got 19.
That's his first bucket of the second half. They've held him in check until then.
Jones spins, corkscrew move, and a beauty.
He's really good inside.
Man, that is a big-time move.
19 points for Cam Jones. Christian Lander. Tom McHenry.
That was the first time in a while that McHenry's been able to get just a really clean look at that floater.
Cam Jones 3. Another one!
Kolek was looking for him the whole way up the floor. Just let him get to his spot, put the pass right on target. Cam Jones having a huge day for the Golden Eagles.
22 now. Lander drives. Jones will pick up the foul.
Stan, you're absolutely right, but Cam Jones, it looks like every spot on the court is his spot. And this is the kind of shot that Western Kentucky's been getting in this half. A tough shot. That is a very acrobatic and a wonderful looking play. Still only counts 2 points. And then at the other end, you talk about his three-point shooting, just a spin on the inside. He is so good with his back to the basket.
Yeah, he's having a great day and a tough guy to guard.
Gold will check out. Iguodaro, Joplin, Jones, Mitchell, and Kolek, the Marquette 5 on the floor. 5 with it, Iguodaro in the wing. Lander on top. Newman, it's Marshall, good fake. Off the foot. 8:03 to play here in the second half.
I think that was actually a break for Western Kentucky. That pass was going right at the ankles of Fye. He'd have never caught that ball.
He would have needed a first baseman's mitt to get that one.
Marshall again across the lane.
Wow.
Coming up with one play concocted after another. 21 a career high for him.
Yeah, and those last 2 shots he's made have been difficult shots.
Jones.
They really ought to consider guarding him.
You know what? I just think we need to get Marshall and Cam Jones out here and let them go one-on-one.
Jones has got 18 of his points here in the second half for Marquette. It's Lander, defended by Mitchell. On the wing, Newman. Chaplin has the rebound, tears it away from Fye.
And Newman's 0 for 8 coming back here. Really, really struggling. That ball has to get to the other side of the floor. When they've been good, the ball has moved from one side to the other, and then they've attacked.
Kolek, defended by Lander. Out to Joplin. It's a 3. Rebound, leaping inside. Christian Lander has it.
Boy, they've missed some open looks.
Yeah, they've had good looks. Their ball movement in this half has been much better.
Lander right into the defense of Mitchell. He's got 7.
I'll tell you what, it drives me crazy as a coach to see guys consistently let players go to their strong hand. You can't take away everything, but you've got to take away their strengths.
Iguodaro, Fye defends. Fye the rebound.
Well, for all this, Western Kentucky's hanging around.
Western Kentucky plus 11 rebounding.
Well, Iguodaro has not done much today.
Lander can't get it. Joplin retrieves it. Approaching 6 to play.
That was a little quick, don't you think, Stan?
Yeah, very much too quick, especially for a guy who is not a great shooter to begin with.
Jones 3. Mitchell rebound. He got it. He parachutes in to put it through.
Well, look, Kevin, Dan, Cam Jones has been terrific offensively, but Stevie Mitchell is the guy who has turned this game around for Marquette with effort plays.
The Targaryens, the Iron Throne, and the biggest shows on TV are back. Season 2 of the HBO original series, House of the Dragon. It premieres June 16th, only on Max. And Cam Jones has gone to the Max for the Golden Eagles of Marquette.
Kevin, he has scored in just about every way you can score. Driven the ball to the basket, driven the ball inside, making spin moves, his back to the basket, and he's knocked down 4 3-pointers in this ball game. This last one here bounces around. As that ball's bouncing, he's bouncing in front of us at the table, trying to will it to go in. But he's got 25 points.
Yeah, he's been outstanding, and so is this guy, Stevie Mitchell, with his effort. But if Western Kentucky's going to have a chance here, they started 3 guards, combined they're 7 for 30 with 7 turnovers. That's not going to get it done.
We've had a 19-point turnaround in this game. Western Kentucky led by 10, Marquette's up by 9. Inside the twirling and successful moves by Colombe. He has got 6.
It's time for Western Kentucky to make a move. They did on the offensive end. Now they've got to dig in and get a stop on this end.
Jones. Defended by McHenry. In the corner for Chaplin. Kolek. Iguodaro. Screen Iguodaro, Chaplin the 3.
I don't mind that 3 as much, even though I think they've shot a lot of them today, Dan. They were patient. They moved the ball. They explored everything. He was wide open.
And 5 minutes to play.
Who was in the middle of that? Kolek.
Well, all the time. I mean, their offense, they need him creating shots for their team.
Under the shot. Chaplin the rebound. Marquette the other way.
Well, Marquette has just shut down the 3-guard offense of Western Kentucky. Their 3 starting guards now 7 for 31.
Kolek. With the rebound by Rodney Howard. Taken back. Kolek in there. Outside Jones. 3. Oh!
When you put on that uniform, there's a sense of pride. You're not just wearing your last name. You're representing everything that got you here. Your family, where you're from. Wearing that uniform makes a statement that you belong to something bigger.
Good morning.
Dad, what is this? How many did you post? Oh, Brian. They're all from last night.
Do you see the one with Bobo? It's good stuff. Welcome to our 3 a.m. financial talk show. On the hills. Nope, I don't want to hear it. P for Papa.
With so many choices on Booking.com, there are so many Tina Feys I could be. So I hired body doubles.
30,000 followers, Tina, in a boutique hotel.
For 30,000 steps, Tina, at a mountain cabin.
Oh, Booking.com, yeah.
This week only at Domino's, get unlimited mini-priced pizzas for 50% off when you order online. Choose any size pizza you want, any crust you want, and any toppings you want. Oh, and any number of pizzas you want, too. Get 50% off your perfect pizza, or pizzas, this week only at Domino's.
Norman, bad news. I never graduated from med school. What? But the good news is, Xfinity Mobile just got even better. Now, you can automatically connect to Wi-Fi speeds up to 1 gig on the go. Plus, buy 1 unlimited line and get 1 free for a year.
I gotta get this deal.
That's like $20 a month per unlimited line. I don't want to miss that.
That's amazing.
Mobile savings are calling. Visit XfinityMobile.com to learn more.
Wow, I am so good at saving us money on things we need.
You do have a talent.
I do have the Milo's Rewards credit card, so we get 5% off every day. 5% off. 5% off.
5% off?
5% off. You're not going to believe it. 5% off. And as loyalty members, we also earn points toward Milo's money to save on our next project.
How do you update?
The Milo's Rewards credit card helps you save 5% every day. Apply today.
This is Jamie Erdahl back in New York with a tournament update on TNT. We have a 2-point game. At the line right now is San Diego State trying to extend and escape from UAB. We could be looking at an upset, though, at 12/5. Back to Indy.
61 seconds left in that one. And Jamie, thank you. The winner there takes on the winner of Auburn and Yale. Second half points, Marquette has outscored Western Kentucky by 20.
And Stan was talking about the matchup between the three guards who started for each team. The three Marquette guards, 55 points, 13 assists. The three Western Kentucky guards, 16 points, 6 assists.
Yeah, that's been the game. I mean, Tyrone Marshall tried to keep him in it for a long time, but wasn't able to here in this half. And they're now shooting 31% in the second half, Western Kentucky, and 20% from three.
Team in red, Western Kentucky with one timeout remaining, approaching 4 to go. A drive inside and a shot will go. Don McHenry.
Well, McHenry was their leading scorer on the year, averaged 15 points a game, and then they had 6 guys, I believe, averaging between, or 8 guys between 6 and 10.5. So McHenry's the guy, but he hasn't really ever gotten it going today.
He's been looking at Stevie Mitchell the entire game, and that's hard to get going.
Jones looking down low. Iguodala was down there, and out of bounds it goes.
That is a long way to throw a bounce.
That is too slow. It is too slow. I totally agree, Dan. He was open in there. Deliver a bullet right there and let him dunk the ball.
How about Iguodala, who averages 14 and 7? Today he's only got 4 points.
He's got 4 points, Kevin, but he's got 8 rebounds.
Yes, he does.
I think he's done a nice job on the defensive end. He's also got 3 assists and 4 blocked shots.
4 blocked shots. That's what I noticed.
They like this, setting the pick for him to handle, but Western Kentucky has handled that very, very well today.
3.5 to go. Kolek down the lane.
He does such a great job when he drives to the basket of extending his arm as far as you can extend it.
Colin Bay driving. And Mitchell will pick up the foul for the Golden Eagles. 3:17 to go. Fouls to give.
Well, here's what you're talking about, Dan. Great extension there and over the outstretched arm of Howard and high on the glass, a little bit above the box there. I mean, and banks it in.
He extends that arm. It's almost like Inspector Gadget down there shooting the ball.
Good comparison. Kolek, who hasn't played since late February, missed those 6 games. A bleak issue, playing today. Hustling his way, Howard kicks it off on the wing. On top, Allen 3. Rebound, looked like Mitchell got a hand on it, but he hit the deck, and McHenry will fire again and over the backboard and saved and out of bounds and off the Hilltoppers.
The only thing I will say going forward, this has been an impressive second half for Marquette, but going forward, they're going to have to be able to rebound the ball better than what we've seen today. They're not doing a great job keeping Western Kentucky off the glass. They have 14 offensive rebounds.
Full court pressure here for the first time by Western Kentucky. And they break it with ease. Marquette gets it to Mitchell at the other end. Marquette had entered this tournament only 3-3 over the last 6 games. All games that Kolek was out. They lost to all ranked teams. Jones thought about it. Kolek is outside. He'll fire. Nice offensive rebound, Joplin. Kolek again. Inside to Mitchell. Oh, too easy.
Well, he wanted to pass that one. He really did. And he looked up. Listen, Dan, we pick an MVP for this game. You'd have a hard time deciding between Cam Jones, Stevie Mitchell, and Tyler Cole.
Jones the steal. A break the other way, Joplin. Marquette. Defense leading to offense. The transition game there. The scoring all over the floor.
Great clips, rights and wrongs with Jay Wright.
Wrong. Getting a quick trim from your buddy at halftime.
Right. Going to Great Clips, where they use clip notes to save your haircut details and your friendship.
Nice block.
Tropical Smoothie Cafe newbie? Welcome to Tropic Time! We got complimentary goodbye. And try our newest amenity, Tropic Bowls. Acai, mangoes, berries. That's 5-star luxury by the spoonful. You're on Tropic Time now.
There are giants among us. They are the men and women building our Navy's next generation submarines. They are giants in what they do because they work in a place where they can grow, where they can learn the skills to build careers as powerful as the beasts they forge. We build giants because it takes one to build one.
I want to remind you, get complete coverage of NCAA Division I women's tournament action on NCAA.com. Well, Marquette in the second half exploding against Western Kentucky. They came in as a 15 seed. This program has got a first-year head coach, and they won 22 games, finished in third place in Conference USA after last year, going 17-16.
Well, listen, Western Kentucky, this is their first time in the tournament since 2013, but they've got a very proud tradition. In the last 20 years under 5 coaches, they've won 63% of their games and averaged over 20 wins a year. And they came to get into this tournament. They lost their last 4 regular season games and then came back and won the 3 games in the tournament by almost 20 points a game, Dan. So a great finish to the year. This second half didn't go the way they wanted, but this is a very good Marquette team who's got a chance to go a long way in this tournament.
Particularly when they shoot the ball the way they have in the second half. They're 7 for 15 shooting the 3 in the second half.
And overall, 56% second half shooting for Marquette. In the corner, it goes off to Mitchell. Little shake and bake. Hit as he fires. Got it! Off the glass!
We're going to look at that.
Up until that bad. Sometimes you see stuff in this tournament you cannot believe.
But this is one they got to change. Just come on, man. We do not need to review something in a 20-point game
it's a 3
with 1 minute and 14. Come on.
And he got it. By the way, in the second half now, Marquette has outscored him by 27 points.
Look, Cam Jones has been terrific. Tyler Kolek has created shots. But for my money, Dan, Stevie Mitchell turned the game with those steals. He's done it with effort plays, and now he makes a crazy shot to bank one in. But Marquette's effort wasn't what they wanted it to be defensively, and he's the one who turned it up and got them going.
Well, and even before those 2 steals, he was doing a great job against McHenry. He's behind the line. And that's well before the shot clock went off.
And listen, at that point, if I'm at that point, just say, well, just give me 2 and let's keep playing. There's too many stoppages.
I don't think McHenry should say, no, just give me 2. He deserves that 3.
Yeah, maybe, but my gosh, come on. We did not need a stoppage right then.
All right, now they're bringing Kolek coming back after missing 6, and the bench is emptied for Marquette. They bring in Zane Lowry. They bring in Cameron Brown, whose dad played some college basketball. Jack Riley has checked in for Marquette. El Amado has checked in too. Dorsey comes in for Western Kentucky. Maribel is in with the ball. Tyler Olden, Edlin, Jalen Dorsey to Edlin inside, and he gets it with a nice 2. He came off the bench, his 4th points, but he was disruptive in this game.
They did a great job in the first half. They made their run with him in. He got them organized. He settled them down. They quit turning the ball over.
Speaking of getting organized and settling things down, you remember in the first half early that Shaka Smart took Kolek out of the game, and he told Andy it was just to check his wind? Well, it must have checked out pretty good, because that's the first time Kolek has been out since.
That's what I call good coaching right there. Get your best players on the floor, keep them on the floor as long as you can.
Dorsey, who just had that ball, one-time basketball manager. A shot here by Tyler Olden. And Marquette the other way, led by Brown. Final 10 seconds. Marquette is going to the round of 32. And for Shaka Smart, his first tournament win in the first round after trailing at the half. They were down by 7 at the half, and they come back with an explosive second half to beat 15th seed Western Kentucky 87-69.
Couldn't play a much better second half, Dan, than Marquette played.
No, they shot the ball very well, and we said before the game, they're a team that likes to run, likes to move, likes to space and shoot. They were spacing and shooting in the first half, but not very well. And then in the second half, the spacing was good and the shots started to go down.
And their defense was outstanding.
Outstanding.
Largest margin of victory for Marquette in this tournament since 2012. And here's where it stands now. They'll take on the winner of Florida and Colorado, which will tip off in about 25 minutes from now. Let's send it over to a break, and then we'll come back with Marquette winning, and Kolek was dynamite in his return. But a 28-point performance from Cam Jones. Marquette going to the round of 32.